All right, greetings. Okay, so guess what, guys? This is Joan of Angels, and I actually don't know how to get myself seen on here. That is crazy. Hi, everyone. Joan of Angels here, and we are definitely looking for Debbie. Stream. Yes, yes, I added myself to the stream, and you guys can't see me. Bear with me. I just have to figure this out. There. All right, perfect. So isn't that interesting? Greetings, 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 everyone. This is Joan of Angels. And it's so funny. Didn't quite work the way I thought. And it's the first time I've gone on this platform before. And of course, I thought I had it all worked out. So guess what? When we walk on our path and on our journey of life, it just does not always come out smooth, right? And you got to see that it just didn't come out smooth. So welcome, everyone. And I think that's what I should call the title of the show is like, well, what do we do when things don't come out smoothly, right? And upset us a little bit. So hi, everyone. We're going to reboot. That's what we do. We think about, okay, does it really matter? And I have to say that this is a full moon tonight, right? And it's a full moon that has to do with how we present ourselves in the world. And one of the things I was reading about with this full moon was that it's a time to just not worry about what other people think about you, to do your thing, to go for it, to feel empowered, self-empowered, to really make the magic happen. And so, guys, I'm just so excited to welcome you here. I'm learning how to use the new platform. That's all I could say. And thank you for bearing with me. And here we go. So you are talking with me, Joan of Angels, tonight. We are talking about miracles. And we started off, this is the new show, the Miracle Makers Club. What is the Miracle Makers Club, guys? And that's what we're really going to talk about it, and how can it support you in your growth, in your magical mystery soul journey, this life, in your path to happiness, in your path to fulfillment, and in your path to getting out of the coronavirus, COVID pandemic mood that also threatens to really upset many of us. It's not our fault, okay, that it's there. Let's see if I can actually get this in there. The logo. No, it's not showing itself up. A lot to learn. So how we walk the miracle path might even be how I walk on this path of the show, but it's how we unfold our life, okay? And unfolding our life is actually really important. It's important because we get to have more of an understanding of who we are and where we're going. And being contained like we are right now around the country here and around the world, where, you have expectations. I'm going to go out in the world. I'm going to have, Thanksgiving dinner, and then finding out that not only can't you effectively or personally have fun with the people you care about, but that, quote, it's dangerous, that half of the people think you're harming other people. And who the heck knows how to handle and deal with this? So we are going to talk about all of this tonight, because it's all part of our soul journey. Collectively, we are all here together on the planet right now, 2020, November 30th, 2020. I'm here, you here, we're all here. We have an agreement, a divine appointment to be on the planet right now. Some of you are in the United States. Wherever you are, you have a divine appointment to be there and to manifest and to kind of manage yourself to the utmost and highest level, highest vibrational frequency that you can. You owe it to yourself. Why? Because you literally were born to be here now. It is not an accident, guys, that, number one, you're here with me on the Miracle Makers Club. Okay, welcome. I'm so happy to see you. But also, it's not an accident that you are here right now in the midst of we're just going to call it the great pandemic, the great unraveling of the planet. And so much is going on in the outer world that it has been the most marvelous opportunity for each and every one of you to actually learn to honor yourself first and then honor others. Now, what do I mean? So many of us and so many of you on Spirituality Gone Wild and Joan of Angels that are following the path of angels and following the path of spirit, we don't always want to pay attention to what is really going on all around us. Well, we are part of something that has never happened on the face of the planet before. And it has affected each and every one of us in many different ways. Okay. Some of you are still working. Some of you, like me, aren't. We're just, going on here. And some of you have kids that are home and not at school anymore. And some of you are handling this very well. And some of you are not. Now, I was specifically guided several months ago to do two things. Number one, I was guided to do a series of what we call the mastermind meditations, okay? The miracle mastermind meditations, which I did a whole series of about 30 short but sweet, effective videos on how to access your powers, your skills, your dreams, your desires, your miracles. So it was really about how do we access our miracles? How do we turn on our power no matter what? Now, this no matter what part, by the way, guys, is really important. No matter what means no matter what, right? No matter what means that no matter what is happening around you. Now, yes, if there's an earthquake, because I'm hearing questions, if there's an earthquake or a hurricane or life-threatening event, of course, you need to come to the present moment and deal with it. Heck, I have a toothache, all right? I know I have to deal with the toothache, and in the moment, every moment, I am dealing with it. When it calms down, I don't have to worry about it anymore. But you deal with what is on your plate right now or what is around us. So what's around us is that. Now, what does that have to do with all of us? Well, all of us, first of all, have a divine contract with Spirit to be here now. Literally, to be here now, 2020, November. In this full moon time, by the way, which is going to be all bets are off. That's what they said that I should tell you. All bets are off. Whatever intentions you have been setting and planting the seeds for, like miracle seeds, okay? And we will be talking about miracle seeds too. But whatever we set the seeds for with the new moon is about to happen now. It can cause an unraveling or a quickening. So if you're experiencing a quickening or what might be feeling like an unraveling, that's because it's happening. It actually is unraveling and happening. Unraveling so that the new can come in. And boy, I have been really feeling it. I had on Sunday, and we call this interesting times. And Dr. Sharon, who is the minister at the Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide, who ordained me last Sunday, this is what she says. She says, we have a divine destiny. We have a mission to go higher, to walk on a higher path, to take what comes to us. And instead of getting lost in the toothache, okay, or lost when I couldn't get online right away, I just said, okay, next. So you check it off your list on what needs to be done next. But you don't make it your whole life, no matter what, because that's where you get distracted and off path. So interesting is how we deal with things that really are a lot to deal with for us. Okay, it is true. We live in a 3D world. We're fifth dimensional humans, many of us, who walk in a 3D world. What makes us fifth dimensional is that we think in terms of how can we love, how can we support, how can we connect to our higher power or teach others to do that. All right, so I want to settle in. I'm just giving you a little brief overview, but this show is called the Miracle Makers Club. It is based on the book, The Miracle Makers Club, right here, which I wrote in 2005. And it wasn't an actual club at the time, except for the fact it was. Okay, my two children, my son Anton, my daughter Alana, and I, we formed the Miracle Makers Club. We loved our Miracle Makers Club. We would meet every single night to rebuild our life, all right? To reboot, rebuild, heal, set new intentions, set our dreams and desires. And I masterminded with my children. That's what made me such an expert at it, guys, is masterminding with the people who meant the most to me. Why? Well, just like everyone is experiencing now, a lot of you, we lost everything. I lost my chiropractic office. I lost my friends. I lost my house. I lost my beautiful Land Rover, my green, beautiful Land Rover that I loved. I lost everything and packed my children into the car and ran to my sister's, where we took shelter for several months until I could figure out a plan. But I had gone from being very financially successful and using the tools of masterminding for success, but I hadn't worked on my inner self-confidence, my inner self-esteem. So I had always been afraid that I would lose it all. And so sure enough, I did. So I ran off with my kids to my sister's, and we formed a group we called the Miracle Makers Club. And it was really exciting, just like we're going to do tonight. All right. So I don't know about you, but is anyone out there ready to have a miracle tonight? And if you are ready to have a miracle tonight, put it in the box and in the comment box below so I can check them when I get offline and start understanding. Yes. So here's the first law of masterminding. So I decided a few weeks ago to make a major leap on the miracle path. A major leap. Oh, that was my intentions that I set with the new moon and with my ordination, that I was going to take a major leap and find a platform that was going to bring me out to more people, places, and things. A group that I was aligned with, that could see me and I could see them. And so I started praying for that I'd be taken out into the world and that my work be seen. And I set this in motion a few weeks ago. And now I'm going to start to give you the fruits of that. And because this is how we do it, guys, and this is how you're going to do it. You're going to do it by understanding how it's done. All right. It's done by listening to the voice of spirit, who actually gives you information to show you the way, and then by doing it. But sometimes it takes a team to clear the field so we can dive in and know what we're doing and where we're going. So we don't always know. So the Miracle Makers Club, the founding members of the Miracle Makers Club are my daughter Alana, who was 10, my son Anton, who was 8, and me, who was old enough to have certainly wished that she did not lose everything at the time, okay? And it wasn't my fault. That's a different story. So what did we do? First of all, we knew that we needed a miracle. So if there's anyone out there right now who knows you need a miracle, then you can identify with that feeling, right? And if you need a miracle, write it down. I need a miracle, because training begins now. Because what I found is this: one person masterminding, well, so that's nice, right? One person masterminding. Yes, connect to spirit, get your download, and vision your future. heck, go for it. But actually, that's not a mastermind because it's you and spirit masterminding. Hopefully, you're taking directions. But masterminding actually can be taken to the next level when you have a mastermind team. So lo and behold, I had a team. I had a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old, and they were motivated. So what have I told you so far? We need a miracle-making team to mastermind. Now, the masterminding itself, guys, it's what's going to happen here on our weekly show, because we're really going to set that in motion. We're really talking about the Miracle Makers Club, how to make miracles in our life. What are the tools? How do we do it? How do we recognize it? How do we discern it? How do we not pass it? Like walk down the street and it happened and we missed it, right? So how do we not miss it? So lots of factors to consider. But masterminding with a 10 and 8-year-old, pretty interesting, right? We're not going to do financial goals, right? Or business goals. But my kids were in a new school and they were very aware that we had just lost our very beautiful house in Marin County that had a hot tub, a swimming pool, was on the golf course. We were on the 13th hole of the golf course. So one of my son's favorite things to do had been to collect golf balls, and he did try to sell them back until the country club kind of got mad at us. But we had it all, guys. I would take my kids ice skating in our beautiful green Land Rover. We would go up to Yosemite. We would go all sorts of fun things in our life. And then wham, bam, I lost it. So we were very unhappy, but we were motivated. Now, how many of you are hungry right now and motivated to make a change in your life? Because that's the truth. Hungry and motivated. Nothing is better than 2 kids who are hungry and who can't get over the fact they know they're living out of their car. So we sat down and it came organically. We held hands and we started doing the Om chant. It's kind of fun to Om by myself, though. So we started to do the Om chant. And when we did the Om chant, now I didn't even know my kids knew how to do that. It began to be very powerful. And we started to look at what we really wanted. Now, my kids were so pragmatic. They said, Mom, we want a house. Okay, and I bought a big cardboard, poster paper, poster board and a marker. Yes, because I had been given $1,000 that was all I had. And I got a poster board and a marker for this because it was important. And we wrote down what we wanted. So we had a vision board. My kids wanted a beautiful house back up in Marin with a swimming pool. And my son added the basketball court. Well, who would have known, right? So the top of the list, house, basketball court, swimming pool. Now, I want you to know something. We're masterminding. We're writing down what we want. Guess it was my daughter. She had the best handwriting. She would write it down. So what else did the kids write? But we were masterminding, and I want you to know we got that house with the basketball court. Believable. We never say that word un anymore. It's always believable because we set it in motion. So my kids wanted to travel. They wanted to go around the world. They wanted to do sports and activities. But you want to know the thing that they wanted to do more than anything? And here is the saving grace and the saving power of really miracles. My daughter and my son both said, Mom, again, 8 and 10, Mom, when we recover and we have that house with the basketball court, that was not my idea. When we have that house, Mom, can we go round the world and help all the families with little children who are like us, who had lost everything, so that we can help them recover their life, rebuild, so that they can always have a roof over their head and food in their belly. So talk about a breakdown, something that could make your heart want to cry out of the mouths of babies. So this show, the Miracle Makers Club, is dedicated to each and every one of you, that we together and collectively can begin to walk what I like to refer to as the miracle path. You know, I meant to upload this video, and if I could do it, I guess I can't do it while I'm talking, but so we're talking about the miracle path now. So the miracle path is that journey that I took with my kids, or they took with their mom, so that we could rebuild, recover, repair, rejuvenate, restore, realign, remake, repackage, reprogram, reassert. I think I love that reword. Write down below what you are redoing. Are you remaking yourself? Are you reimagining yourself? Are you rebooting yourself? Are you revisiting who you are? Wow, I had no idea that that reword was so awesome, reality, revealing, rejuvenating. Because it's almost realigning me as I'm thinking of all the ways to use that word. So that's what we're doing. The miracle path is what my kids and I used to realign us, so that after 30 to 40 days, now I will tell you this, my day life wasn't so exciting, all right, because I was in a panic. I had no money. I had no future. I was a chiropractor without a practice, but I didn't know where to be. And I was pretty frightened. I had, taken years to build up that other practice, and now I had nothing. So my day life, I wasn't, I was, how do you explain it? You can be a fifth dimensional person in a 3D world, and in a 3D body. There are times in your life that 3D life are overpowering you. And so I would try to spend that time where I had to deal with, okay, how am I going to survive today, along with how are we going to grow our life? And that's what the masterminding has been about. Rebuilding, restoring, retreating, rejuvenating. So masterminding is a very active principle. Now, you can get my 30 days of mastermind, by the way. I call it the Miracle Mastermind, right there, Spirituality Gone Wild. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it right now so that you have clear intention. When I started tonight, I started off by telling you that I was asking Spirit to bring me a larger platform. Right? A larger platform, more of you, because I have a big message. I have a message and a mission to start helping people step into miracles so that you can become a miracle maker, so that you can then in turn turn around, literally, and help that person behind you become a miracle maker. And if 20 of you are online with me now and 20 of you become miracle makers and you turn around and you help others step into their gifts and their powers and they become miracle makers, do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? It pays itself forward and forward and forward until we have a million miracle makers. I mean, I think that's pretty fantastic to think miracles. So, and I'm only still giving you the introduction, guys, to what we are going to be doing over the next few months. All right. Next week on the show, I'm going to have my dear friend Shima Moore, the awesome Shima Moore, astrologer. And she's a curator in a sense. She goes around and looks up all the astrologers. She's connected to all the renowned astrologers, and I guess the independent ones, the less renowned, a lot of them. And she curates. She looks for where she feels the most resonance is, and she puts it all together for her tribe. And she's going to be on the show the first Monday of every month. So she's not on it tonight, because even though it's my first show here, she's not on tonight because December 7th is the first Monday. So you're going to have a chance to meet Shima, who's a dear friend of mine and who's also one of the founders of the Conscious Life Expo, very wise. And we are going to talk about how the astrology of December lines up to walk your miracle path, to do your mastermind, to manifest that which you want. So that's on the first show. The second show coming up after this is going to have the renowned singer, Sandra Winter, and healer. And she is also a very dear friend of mine. She's going to talk about her music. She's going to talk about what it's like to walk the miracle path. Hallelujah. And again, the miracle path, I've been walking it on my own with the help of my kids at times, but honestly, it's much more fun to walk a miracle path with miracle makers. And that's what we are doing live tonight. So I hope that I'm going down and I'm going to be seeing what your miracle intentions are and what each of you want to do and intentions are very important. Now, when my kids and I came together and we started our masterminding, we were clear in our intentions. We wanted to recover financially, okay? I think that's it. We wanted to recover financially. And of course, I wanted to figure out how I was going to do it, right? Well, Spirit always has the plan. We don't, right? The masterminding every night with the same group, by the way, raised our intentions of what we wanted. And one day I come home and I had started to go work at a chiropractic office as a chiropractor. And I came home to my sister's, and there was the Wall Street Journal opened up on the counter. And on the Wall Street Journal, now this is a newspaper I never read, and I didn't care about the world. Honestly, my life had just fallen apart. Who cared about the world? Now, today, the world is falling apart too, so we're all in it together. But I was the one who fell apart. There was the Wall Street Journal. Do you want to know what it said? I couldn't have planned this myself, guys. It was the San Francisco Chronicle, and there was a big, no, I'm sorry, it was the Wall Street Journal, but it was talking about San Francisco. There was a big headline, and it was talking about my insurance company and about a dentist who had the same injuries that I had had that made me unable to practice, and his negative experience with the insurance company, which had wrongfully and fraudulently denied his money, his claim. And I'm reading this article, and it turns out he had gone to the same doctors that I had to evaluate my case. He practically had the same claim adjusters. He had the same problem. It was his shoulder. I think at that time it was my shoulder and my arm. And everything in his case lined up. And at the bottom of the article, so it talked about the attorneys involved, Alice and Alice Wolfson, Ray Boris. And I got very excited. I mean, very excited. And I'm reading about it, and within minutes, I'm dialing the phone number of the San Francisco office. And they had a list of questions to qualify me. And I guess I passed the test. And I flew up there the following week. Now, I flew up, just for those of you who care, on miles from my United or my Southwest. I had, in my successful days, I had spoken all around the country as a speaker, and I had accumulated points. Thank you, God. I think I had enough money for dinner and the flight. Okay. I went, and the attorneys loved my case, loved me. And I went on to have an insurance claim, a case that years later, I was able to take my case to federal court, where I won. We won a case against one of the largest insurance companies in the United States. We had a $5 million punitive damage award, which I almost never tell people about. And that case made what they call case law around the country, so that it changed things for people. Because I had the courage to fight the insurance company, other people whose cases were wrongfully terminated had a voice and a chance to get their claim reversed. And over the next few years, whenever people heard my name, I'd go around to part whatever I was doing, and people would say, "Oh my God, your case, you're famous, I know you." And it was really very, very interesting for me, because that was my very first experience of helping thousands and thousands and thousands of people at one time through something I had consciously done. And my mission this life is to heal, inspire, and motivate many of you, to come to you with new ways that you can live your life happily, successfully, and with fun. All right, so let's do something fun right now. We are going to do a little calling in the miracles, okay? So this is how we're going to start. Oh, yes, and then I have a real treat for you, because I'm going to give you a little insight into the weekly miracle report. Now, what's the weekly miracle report? The weekly miracle report is on Spirituality Gone Wild. It's actually at that link below. That is the paid membership site to Spirituality Gone Wild Untamed Club. In the Untamed Club, you will find to start the mastermind, miracle mastermind meditation and activations and toolkit, 30 different videos, which are really good, juicy, and great. Even though I don't always look good, it was summer. It was like every day. Okay, so you have that. And then every week I'm doing the weekly miracle report, the weekly global miracle report. And I think I'm going to show it to you before we do this meditation. Yep, I think I'm going to show it to you. So I took a clip from the one I started yesterday. Bear with me, this is very exciting. So let's see if I can do it. All right, so I took a clip from yesterday's weekly miracle report, which goes up on Sundays. And if you're in the Untamed Club, which is a paid site, $22 a month, you're going to also have access to more of the classes that I'm going to be doing as I take you on the miracle path. So lots of upcoming things happening. And I just started uploading things, but I'm already excited. So this is a little clip from the video. Yes, I'm learning video editing too this month. Here we go. And then, now remember, this is really for all of us. And we are here collectively on our planet. We're all part of that symphonic instrument that makes up this world. And so your vibrations are very important in actually how the week will unfold. And so we're tuning you up. Temple of Balance. All right. This is a fantastic card, by the way. And in the background, there is a temple. Let's see if I can set it up here. Yeah, there's a beautiful temple on that side with this goddess. She really is from Venus, a goddess of beauty, a goddess of self-love, self-care, and balance. So what was I saying? Balance is the most important thing this week. Do not let anything trip you up. And literally, I just had an image of some of you falling over your feet. So don't let anything trip you up. And it's all about radiating your inner beauty. Okay, so shining from the inside out is what this card is really all about. You don't have to go out. Okay, they're also saying don't be chaotic in your energy. It's not like you're going to boom, boom, boom. No, just radiate your presence. Okay, that's what's going to bring the center of balance to people. So, oh my God, it's really exciting to me. Is there anything else they want us to know? I'm hearing be of good cheer, even if it's just inside. This too will pass, my loved friends. Honestly, this too will pass. Okay, card number 2. All right, so that, I thought that was pretty cute. That was taken from yesterday's weekly miracle report, which is done about 6 a.m. California time is when I do it. And then I try to get it uploaded to the Untamed Club before I go to my spiritual work for the day with Dr. Sharon. And so I started to tell you all that last Sunday I was ordained as a minister in the New Faith Ministries. And we'll talk about that when I talk about miracles, because it's a whole story. Everything is a story. How you got here tonight is probably a story. And each of us is evolving on our planet, on our path rather, on our planet, right? All right, so enough of all of that, and let's do what we call the Tower of Miracle Power, and get your groove going on so that there's a little bit of action. So each week will include different things. You may have me talking. You may have me and a guest talking. I just don't want a guest every week. There'll always be processes. There'll be tools. There'll be meditations. There'll be whatever comes through. All right. So this is going to be called the Tower of Miracle Power. And let's call it an activation. I think you're going to love it. Being activated. What are we being activated to? Activated so that when we start to focus, especially that tonight's the full moon, when we start to focus on calling in what we want, on what we want, not just for the full moon, but what our intentions are, then that is something that goes out into the universe like a little thought form, okay? A little thought. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret. I didn't know this until right now. But when I do readings for people, so I do miracle activation, soul activation readings for people, and you can find that on my website, Joan of Angels. But when I do these readings for people, sometimes if I close my eyes, I'll see, it's the cutest thing, I'll see a little thread go by, like right here, and it's a vision of something. It's almost like it's a choo-choo train, and maybe it'll bring a seashell or a tree or something that's so symbolic. Because when I tell my client that I just saw that, and then they start to tell me that that's exactly what was going on in their life. So Spirit shows these things to me as these little pictures. And that's how I get it. Okay. And again, those are some of the classes that are going to be taught for many of you. So now we have, welcome. Let's take a moment to really dive in. All right. So taking a deep breath in and letting it all out. This feels good. I don't know about you, but it has been a busy time. And people, Spirit says to prepare you. It is going to be a very busy time. A busy time because there's going to be a lot going out in the world, even though there are shutdowns happening. Maybe a lot of noise, sound, chaos, differing opinions. A lot of vocalness, meaning that the best way to deal with any of this is to go within. That voice within, that silence is extremely critical, because it is in that silence that we can put out what we want. So those thought forms that I was telling you about, they come from our thoughts, our intentions, and our thinking. If all you're thinking about is miracles, guess what? Breathing in and breathing out. That's right. You have put the intentions of miracles in the universe and on the planet. Hallelujah. And we say, We don't say unbelievable, because when we say unbelievable, we are telling the universe we don't actually believe it. So we believe that we can set our intentions into motion, almost like that little thread I was describing. We set our intentions into motion, and that which we set into motion gets returned to us. That is what the law of attraction says. So, Mother, Father, God, we ask just now that we be filled, surrounded, protected with the light. We ask for clarity. We ask for wisdom. We ask for understanding. We ask for answers. And we ask to be shown the way. So breathing in, we send our roots down to the center of the earth. And imagining right now that these roots are strong. They're like cables. They're like wires, phone cables, electric cables. And they are so strong that as they go from the balls of your feet, they are able to penetrate that mantle around that earth, that solid material that's actually a crust around the earth. And so they penetrate, our roots penetrate that mantle and keep going down through those pockets and through water and through rocks and through metal and through lava and through fossils, as it goes down deeper and deeper and deeper till it gets to the center of the earth. And now consciously sending down any negativity, any fear, worry, lack, misinterpretation, curses, repeating patterns, sending them down to the center of the earth, letting them go. That's right. And now, sending our antenna right here at the top of our crown chakra, sending that antenna all the way up to the heavens, just like that. Sending your antenna right now all the way up to the heavens, going up, up, up. Whew. And now, as we create this tower of miracle power, feeling this extension of your energy going up, 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 being magnetized and energized, and now feeling that your very body is being stretched. That antenna, literally with your eyes closed, you can literally feel it pulling you out of your body 10 feet, 20 feet, 100 feet, and pulling you up, up, up by the hairs on your crown up here. And at the same time, as those roots have been going down to the center of the earth, feeling your feet elongating 6 inches, 12 inches, 2 feet, 10 feet. So you are being pulled in both directions until you are being pulled up, up, up from where you be, out, 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 going further out into the galaxy, going out, going out, going out. And as you're being pulled out of your body, feeling your energetic vibratory frequency at the level of the masters, at the level of the angelic beings, at the highest possible frequencies of these interdimensions. Now, noticing that as we are being pulled out of our body, we are literally radiating at the highest frequency. The energy radiating down and away from us as it expands ever brighter, as it expands almost as glitter and shimmer and vibratory frequency, as it emerges from our crown and starts to trickle down, trickling over the planet, trickling down, not just overflowing from our crown, but as those cords going down to the center of the earth, enervating everything with these glimmering, shimmering seeds of miracles, miracle power, miracle energetics, renewing you, restoring, planting seeds across the planet. As we are being pulled out into this intergalactical frequency, we are literally streaming multitudes of energies of celestial hearts, celestial seeds, celestial frequencies that are going around the planet, guys, around our beautiful planet, laying that foundation of hope, that foundation of healing, that foundation of miracles, so that that which is of God, that which is of source, that which is of the divine will be restored to its natural state of miracles and beauty. And that which who we are as the carrier of these miracles, as the carrier, as the conduit, for that is which we are. We are the conduit of the miracles. Where do these miracles come from? These miracles of hope, these miracles of belief, these miracles of possibilities, these miracles of yes, we will survive this. Yes, we will live through this. Yes, we will unfold our destiny personally and collectively. Yes, we will improve our health, our wealth, our happiness, and our vitality. Yes. Repeating after me. I am a magnet for miracles. I am a magnet for miracles. I am a magnet for the energy that comes through me from source. I am the energy, a magnet for the energy that comes to me through source, to be a conduit of seeds of miracles, of seeds of healing, of seeds of well-being, of seeds of stepping into our destiny personally and collectively, because we know. Yes, we know we can do this. We were born for this. You are here because you have a divine destiny with your higher self. You have a divine destiny with Source, with God herself, whoever you believe your higher power to be. You have a divine destiny to be connected with thee, to be even that conduit that can share these divine energies. Dearest ones, that which is to unfold will unfold because you are part of the unfolding. So, Mother, Father, God, in breathing in the energy of source. Whew. And breathing in the energy of spirit. And breathing in the energy of masterminding our intentions and weaving them into the fabric of the universe and truth. And knowing that that which we send out to the universe will be sent back to us 1,000-fold. And as we are up here, as we are overflowing from this fountain of celestial energy that is coming through, as we have been literally stretched into source, stretched into the higher frequencies, stretched, so we become part of the celestial realms that encircle the planet. And I call it, all right, the angelic brigade, calling all angels. The angel brigade is calling you. And do you hear the call? Because we are the ones who will change what goes on this planet. But the change comes from stepping in from within. You are a magnet for miracles. When you set your intention, that which you are intending is that which you get back. And let us intend to spread hope, to spread miracles, to spread courage, to spread truth, to spread creativity, to spread optimism. And in fact, write down below what you want to spread. Because, guys, I can't do it alone. All right. Now I'm not alone. Okay. I have thousands of angels around me. And one day I'm going to show you some of the art that I paint so you have an idea of what actually happens here in the sanctuary with all of the angelic beings here. You see that? Okay. If she calls you, it's all could be yours. But mostly what's yours is the power to call forth miracles in your life, the power to call forth your vibrational frequency so that you can be that who you want to be. That is what we do in the miracle. It's upside down. That's what we do in the Miracle Makers Club. And notice the cover. All right, my dear friend Faith did the cover. She didn't like the cover I was looking at by a, quote, professional book cover woman. She said, Joan, I know you. I know your heart. I could do a better job. And she did. And this is, the Michelangelo painting, but it's the awakening of our inner truth. And look, there's a little light in here. So what happens when we come together, when we're sparked, boom, like a little electric shock, your light grows. You become a beacon for light. You become that magnet for miracles. So that's what I'm talking about every single week. So guys, the things that I like to do on the planet, what's my miracle path? Now, I'm telling you this because I want you to think about your miracle path. My miracle path is, number one, I am a born teacher. And I'm here to help people get inspired and walk their miracle path so they could become miracle makers. It makes my life so much easier if you're really walking a miracle path, because then you are waking up other miracle makers. And then we're going to shift to the higher consciousness faster than ever. So I wake people up, I activate them. In fact, I do readings called Soul Awakening Sessions, which you can find on the Joan of Angels page on Facebook. So you can go there, or it might be in the commentary below if you're on YouTube. But mostly, a lot of my work is going to be right now in the membership site I have on that banner right here. Spiritual, there it is. Okay, you got it. I know my limits and I know my possibilities. Well, so in that membership site, I told you, you're going to find my weekly miracle update, but you're also going to find the mastermind intentions for 30 days. And in the next couple of days, I'm going to be rolling out some other programs that you're going to get to enjoy in that Unleashed program. Why? Because I've been unleashed. So with this full moon, there's a possibility of being unleashed. Now, wouldn't you like to be unleashed? Honestly, wouldn't you like to have an opportunity to be truly you? And that is what's called for now. So I want you to think about what you want this life now, this month. You know, it's Christmas. Honestly, we are on board to have the bleakest Christmas in the history of our planet. If you're lucky to celebrate, it still could be fairly weird, not normal, you know? And so it is a time for us to take ourselves in hand and go for the gold, because it's also a field of potential and possibilities. This is our field of dreams. All right. We get to see what's not working all around us, and we get to become that powerhouse, that miracle magnet, that miracle maker. So we're getting close to the end of the show, and I have a challenge for you. I do. I'm not going to stand here all day, every day, no, 60 minutes and talk at you and love on you without giving you some homework. Okay. So I know you want to be here. So first of all, share me with your people so that I can have my dream come true of reaching more people. And I've had this dream since I was 30, when I was told I was here to heal and inspire people. And they placed me, my guides, in the Coliseum. And just thousands of people, thousands and thousands, were coming by and dropping their crutches, okay, and their wheelchairs. So I'm motivated by a higher vision than just, I'm motivated to help. I just can't help it. That's who I am. And so there's things I do well. I teach really well. I do groups really well. And as a matter of fact, I have a master's in counseling, so I've been professionally trained to run groups. Oh, isn't that great? So I'm trained. But I'm also an oracle, and I'm an intuitive, and I'm a really good one. And wait till you see what's on the table for 2021, where you get to take the ultimate intuition mastery connection and you learn your own intuition super skill ninjas. All this is going to be right there in that Untamed Club, because you are now looking at the Reverend, Dr. Joan of Angels. Oh, yeah, and I'm a trained chiropractor too. So, if you're in the Coachella Valley, you're in luck. But I've learned how to do it online too, and over the web through shifting our energy. So please come and check out the membership site. I would love to see you. That weekly miracle update is really good. I'm not going to be showing it much outside of the group. And also, it gives you a chance to play on the miracle path with Joan of Angels and up your miracle skills. That envision that I gave to you of how we go out of our body and then the miracle seeds start spreading around the planet. Well, I read recently that is also part of the Native American history of how they heal the planet. They also imagine that they don't call it miracle seeds. I forget what they do call it, but there's something that is being spread constantly by what I like to call the mystical ones, the higher presence, the masters, and they go round and round and round. Now, I adore you. I have been online on Facebook for years, and I keep falling more and more in love with people. If this has been a benefit for you, please leave a comment for us, because as I said, tonight is the first night of the Miracle Makers Club. Next Monday, we're going to be live with Shima Moore. You're going to love her. And then we are going to get ourselves off the ground, and we are becoming a club. So I'll see you in the Untamed Club, and I'll see you next week, and have a very fantastic week. Over and out. Much love from the Desert Heart Sanctuary of Joan of Angels.